Hello, PSC classmates. My name is Brandon Ginrich, and I will be talking to you about the Andromeda Constellation. So, first off, you'll want to look between the months June and December to see this constellation well. You can't really see it in June, like, very well, but it's on your horizon, and you'll be able to notice, like, that the constellation is there, so you'll be able to see some stars and make them out. But I chose October, around the middle of the month, maybe like the 20th. Um, Obviously at night, around 1 to 2 a.m. I chose because the constellation was at your zenith, and you'll be able to see it very well up there. So first you'll want to find the constellation Cassiopeia, and you'll easily be able to find Cassiopeia because she is in the northern celestial pole with all of the other northern constellations. If you look at the bottom two stars of Cassiopeia, you'll be able to maneuver your way over to the feet of Andromeda. And if you take the bottom right star right now and you go over to the next one and you make an arrow, you'll be able to find the feet. If you take the feet and you go south, uh, then you'll be able to find the waist of Andromeda. And you keep going, you'll be able to find the chest and the head. The head is part of the constellation Pegasus, and specifically the Great Square of Pegasus. So this makes up the Great Square of Pegasus right here. And if you look right over here, this will be another part of the constellation, and that was where the chains are that held Andromeda down. Next, I will show you the brightest stars in Andromeda. So first off, there's Andromeda, and the first star is Alpheratz. That is a blue giant star, and its Greek letter is Alpha, naming it the brightest star in the constellation Andromeda. It's 97 light years away from Earth, and its spectral type is B5.5V. The radial velocity is negative 10.6 with an error of 0.3 kilometers per second. The next brightest star is Merak. It is a red giant, and its Greek letter is Beta. It is 197.43 light years away from Earth right now. Its spectral type is M0 plus triple IA, and the radial velocity is 0.06 with an error of 0.13 kilometers per second. The next star is Almach. This star is actually a double star. It has a bright golden yellow giant and also an indigo blue giant. Those are two stars that are right next to each other. And its Greek letter is Gamma, which names it the third brightest star in the constellation Andromeda. It is 354.9 light years away from Earth right now. Its spectral type is K3 double I, and the radial velocity is negative 11.5 with an error of 0.6 kilometers per second. The fourth brightest star is Delta Andromedae. This is an orange giant. It has a debris disk, which makes it look bigger than it actually is. it's from like dust and um, like star particles and stuff like that. Like from gravity, like spreading all that, like all the particles and stuff like that. It spreads it out, makes it have a ring around it, so it makes it glow brighter and stuff like that, just from like dust and everything. Um, its Greek letter is delta, which makes it the fourth brightest star in Andromeda. Um, it is 105.52 light years away from Earth. Its spectral type is K3 triple I, and the radial velocity is -11 with an error of 0.3 kilometers per second. And next, I'm going to show you the objects in constellation Andromeda. So here's Andromeda, and there's one major object that is very noticeable in the constellation Andromeda, and that actually is the galaxy Andromeda. And right here, you can kind of see it. It's the Andromeda Galaxy. Um, this galaxy is actually the closest galaxy to Earth, or sorry, the Milky Way. um, it's the closest galaxy to the Milky Way, and we are actually like pulling each other towards each other. So the two galaxies, the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy, are actually heading towards each other in a collision. But trust me, we won't live for that because it will happen in about 4 billion years if, I guess, the galaxies survive themselves. But there are actually galaxies, like dwarf galaxies, that orbit the Andromeda Galaxy, and uh, those are Miser 32 and also Miser 110. And they are like inside the Andromeda Galaxy, but they orbit it like a planet, but it's such a big galaxy that it has other galaxies inside it. It's really cool. Um, the fourth object would be uh, Caldwell. It is a silver galaxy. It's also a spiral galaxy, which makes it like a really wide. It has a really wide disk to it from spinning really fast, and it like spread like really big, and that's located like at the feet of Andromeda. And the Andromeda Galaxy you'll be able to find pretty easily at the chains. You can see it very well in the night sky. You don't really necessarily need a telescope to see the Andromeda Galaxy. You can see it with the naked eye. You just gotta like point it out and um, maybe stare into the sky a little bit. Probably find a place with less light pollution. Um, excuse me, but yeah, you can easily find the Andromeda Galaxy pretty well. Next, I'm going to talk about the mythology of Andromeda. So, right here is Andromeda. She is the daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia. Um, she was actually chained up by Medusa to be sacrificed to the sea monster Cetus. Um, he actually did not get to eat her though, because Perseus actually um, killed Medusa and rode in on Pegasus and saved Andromeda. And they eventually got married, and um, yeah, she lived after that. And Cepheus did not get to eat her, and she was pretty happy about that. And there are my citations. And this is where I got all my information. Um, it was actually pretty interesting to do this project. And thank you guys for listening. And yeah, have a good day.